Hey, Steve, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so happy to have you here to hear a little bit more about your story and your experience working with remote talent Latam. So, welcome. What I want to do first is if you can tell us a little bit more about you and the business that you run.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Angela. We have a business called Million Dollar Author. We help business owners and entrepreneurs write books about their business that helps them get leads and clients. And then we're based in the U.S. and in Florida.
Awesome. Very nice. Tell us, what was the main reason that got you started working with us? Find you.
Well, one of our clients actually recommended you, and they said they'd had great success with their marketing agency and getting um, getting some team members through you guys, and we were in need, and so that's how we found you.
It's amazing. What was your, let's say, the main fear you have when you started working with us? Like, do you feel hesitant? I was something in the back of your mind that kind of like make you think about it twice.
Not really. We're a completely remote team, and we have been since 2010. So we're very accustomed to working with people. No one in our company is in the same place, and we've used companies like yours in the past to help us find great talent. And so I don't know that there was any fear. We were excited for the opportunity to find some great team members, and you guys certainly have done that.
Tell us a little bit more about those members that we found for you. What's their performance these days? Is there anything special, working from these candidates and yeah, something that you
Yeah.
can share with us?
So we about 2 months ago started two candidates that you found for us, both as client success managers. So they're working with our clients every day, interacting with them. And I have to tell you, we've hired a lot of people over the years. We've hired people from, inside the US, outside the US. The two team members that you found for us have just started off like a rocket. They're just really good. They're very proactive. They're very smart and very fast. We kind of are looking around going, wow, things are getting done a lot quicker around here than they used to. And so we've just been really pleased with what we've seen in the first 2 months. And we're very excited for what's to come. And in fact, I don't know if you know this, but I've already reached out to your team
Yeah,
because we need to hire someone else now.
that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. Sounds pretty good. You mentioned you've been working with a remote company since day one, right? We work a lot with marketing agency owners, and most of them, it's gonna be the first time working with a remote team. Most of them have been working with a remote team since COVID, which is a little bit different, right? Because it was based on a specific need. If you can tell us, like, one, to make sure that if you have a remote team, it works perfectly. It's working for you.
The big thing is over communicate. When you're not next to each other. So my first business was, a very traditional business. We had an office, everyone was in the office, and it was just really, very easy sometimes to just get up out of your chair and go walk and you know tap someone on the shoulder. And it's not as easy remotely, and so you really want to make sure that you've got easy ways to communicate with the team, and that you really work on making sure everyone over communicates. To me, that's been a big key to making this successful now for 14 years. We were the odd company, before the pandemic, and then the pandemic came, and sort of business as usual for us, but very different for everyone else.
That's awesome. You are prepared. You've been doing that for like 10 years. That's amazing. What will you tell to a marketing agency owner who's gonna recruit and work with us for the first time and maybe they're hesitant? What will be a great tip to hire that first remote employee?
Well, I mean, the best and easiest answer is just do it. We've worked with, at this point, probably 6 or 7 different search and placement firms over the years. You guys are the most responsive, and the candidates that you gave us, and we interviewed, I'm sorry, 3, we hired 2. The third we could have hired, we just didn't have a spot. the quality was that good. We literally could have hired all of the candidates. And so it was a really difficult decision. And so if you're looking for team members, to me, this is just a fantastic solution. You kind of take away all of the complication of hiring. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you when we got engaged in working with you. At the same time, we were advertising these positions on Indeed.
Mhm.
And I was getting hundreds of applicants a day, like so many, I
Yeah.
could never comb through them. And I finally just shut that down because your process was so simple and you gave such good quality of people. So that's just been
So
great.
I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, it takes time, right? And imagine like you or someone from your team, spending all that time processing all those candidates instead of like you should be like in front of your clients, right? Or doing activities that add value. That's awesome. I really appreciate everything that you have mentioned. This is very insightful. Where can we find you online?
Sure. People can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just look for Steve Gordon, and our website is milliondollarauthor.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. It was a pleasure.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that. Thank you.